Hey, Brian here from quantlabs.net. In the last few days, I got a question about the paid membership, and thought I'd put it out there and publicly answer it. It's a pretty good concern from a paying member. Reads, I've been paying member of your blog for about 2 months now, and about a month before, struggled to see added value, see a lot of available downloads, a lot of development, all in different areas of the blog. The analytics seem to download from the net, but there's no real explanation or help here. And also, perhaps not always relevant if you're building trading models. There doesn't seem to be any follow-through on what you do, your basic ideas and basic things. It would be great to see more example or concrete examples. You mentioned models, but there are none. Overall, your blog seems messy, and maybe you could point me in the benefits of continuing to be a paying member. All right, so let's address the first little part here. We'll talk about this. Development, all classes. At the beginning of Quant Labs, that's all it's been doing, is just putting up learning, all the different areas of development, a variety of different courses, projects are available for download. So that pretty well in itself for what you pay up front is pretty cheap, and hopefully it doesn't sound like there's any complaints there. But this is where it starts. The analytics seem to be downloaded from the net, but there's no real explanation or help about them, and also perhaps not always relevant to if you're building trading models. A lot of the trading models that you will find in the analytics and the reports are pretty well the more popular standard models. EVT, extreme value theory, VAR, there's just a few examples. They're more designed towards advanced users. A lot of people use those daily. From all the equity and various assets that we track, so they are being currently used. If they are out of reach for you in terms of not understanding them, that's fair enough. All along I've been wanting to teach these models and what they mean. To be honest, that might take quite a while to get through them, each and every one. And to fully explain them and what they do. I'm currently right now, when you say about perhaps not always relevant if you're building trading models, the models that you're referring to are very popular models and algorithms that are used to measure metrics on equities, and they're used by all the big boy hedge funds and all the other large call them investment houses. So they are standards of what's out there. There's a lot of other ones that I'm looking at as well that I haven't publicly made available even to paying members. In terms of me building trading models, I'm sure you know that it's a very lengthy process. It can take a couple of months, but the more recent videos you'll find on the Quant Labs YouTube channel, I've tried to find ways to rapidly develop models. That's done visually on a few iPad applications, so hopefully that'll help you out to see where I'm going. And once I come off with a couple of algorithms and see ones that work, then you'll start seeing me go into these other models that you refer to that are part of the system that, as you say, you need better guidance, and that is something that will be done over time. But there's over right now 30 models in there, and some of them are fairly complex, and I'll be more than happy to get to those as I get to them. It's going to take a while, but right now I'm just building some custom ones, very simple ones, mention them in the YouTube channels, and that's what I'm right now focusing on. Doesn't seem to be any follow-through in what I do, just basic ideas and basic things. As I said, concrete examples, I've got YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel, a variety of new source code that I've made available that is constantly being updated. It might right now be at a much slower pace, 2 or 3 models or projects, files, and they're in the models themselves. I'm not sure what you're referring to. You mentioned models, but there are none. I'm not sure if you're looking for coding models. Coding models or source code examples of models that actually work are very valuable. You would not be paying what you're paying right now if you would have those publicly made available. You'd be paying, honestly, probably 10 times what you're paying right now. Because if they're proving to be making money for people, people would not put them up. The places you need to go for that sort of thing are like Collective 2, or I can't remember the name of this. I think it's called Collective 2, where you lease models, or it's just those are the highly prized pieces of technology that make hedge funds and all the banks make money. So if there were any on the site that you're looking for, there won't be any. Why? Because they're just too valuable, and as I said, you'd be paying a lot more money for them. So that's why we make them available through the reporting system, and as I said, they're more available for advanced users. Overall, the blog seems a bit messy. You're pretty well kind of right there. I do want to do a massive revamp on it, but it just takes time away from other efforts. The site is meeting its initial goals of meeting, bringing in emails, acquisition, and just building up a large audience that I reach out to, and it seems to be working quite well. So you ask about the continued benefits of being a paid member. No one's asking you to continue doing it. You can always drop out at any time, but in past videos I have mentioned that if you want to drop out and you do rejoin, we've had people do that, and the initial rate you pay up front is more expensive as we start adding more value. And I think over the next few months we'll be doing more Skype sessions and broadening the audience further, bringing in more value, bringing in more experienced people, and just networking with people. It's all about sharing information. But this is what I do. This is all I do. This is my only source of income. So I'll be getting back on track probably late April, May, hopefully, and get things added to the back end or the membership site. So it's up to you if you want to stay on. I can't force you. Obviously, it's your choice. But I think over time, as we start to bring in some newer, more unique models, if we start doing that and they start proving themselves, we will obviously be increasing the rates. So just be forewarned on that. But again, if you feel that you want to exit out, by any means you can do that. I am never offended by it. But I just don't want you to feel you're forced to stay in something that you're just not getting value. This is why this video has been created, to show people I'm very transparent and very upfront. And we've got boatload of very happy members that enjoy the service. We just got a posting from somebody over at Wall Street Oasis, one of the best sites that I know of, that likes the work that we're doing, and kudos to them for their accomplishments and their success. So we are getting some notice from some higher profile sites, and who knows where we're going to be in a couple of months, a year, who knows. But I know people get some value out of it, and that's important. That's what it's about. But at the same time, I keep saying, this is how I live, and I need to continue doing it, but at the same time need to be somewhat compensated for the effort, because I get about 600 people a day getting information off the site, and another 100 to 200 people visit the YouTube channel, and I go on about the LinkedIn group and the meetup as well. So it does cost money to maintain things, so that's why we have these sort of memberships to keep the lights on, I guess you could say. Hopefully I'll help you out. Talk to you later.